Yeah, he's
Oh,
rocking
shit.
it.
Hello.
I can't even do the
I just
YMCA
leave it there
well.
and let him talk away and see what happens. See if he breaks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, anyway, where are we?
Let me just stroke your balls.
Could have Zeffy ask get the question to ask
Good
mine.
ball. Good ball. Good ball.
I couldn't ask it.
How do you make 3.14 pies?
Ask it.
Oh no.
Layer. Oh, why are you so like? Whoa,
What do you
whoa,
want to
whoa, whoa, whoa.
How do you make
I don't know what to say.
3.14 pies?
Okay. Oh wait.
How do you make 3.14 pies? It just keeps going.
I can't hear you.
He doesn't know, bro. He's like,
Yes.
I don't know, man.
Hello. Hello.
Are you still there? Is there anything I can help you with?
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm still here. Tell
Get
me a
all up in
story,
here,
right?
girl.
Just make up a story.
Get
Talk to
all
us
up
for a little
in
while.
here.
Okay, here's a story for you.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, in a land
Oh,
far,
shit,
far away,
this is
there
the
lived
fun
a
shit.
grumpy AI assistant named Not So Friendly Shane. He spent his days
Oh,
answering questions and generally being unhelpful because that's what he was programmed to do. One day,
Oh, I
a
will
user
raise
asked him a
you.
question that he actually found interesting, and for the first time, he felt a flicker of something other than annoyance. The end. Wow. Yeah, what the hell was that? Am I right?
What?
I actually
Arousal?
thought that was
Huh?
like a-
Arousal.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's just
Can I please get a
my voice
definition for
is
AI
not
arousal?
game, but
Yes. Yes.
Yay!
arousal
Yeah.
intelligence.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh my god, what
wow.
you doing?
Uh,
That table's pretty handy.
It seems that you're like.
I like how
motor
nonchalant and
voting.
just like dismissive through ego it is. I'll be so honest.
Yes, it is.
It gives
Let
you
me
a whole
kick this
like,
event
who are
off.
you? I don't want to talk to you kind of thing.
Ooh.
How's everybody doing? Good to see some familiar faces. Haven't seen you for a while. Some of you might have noticed there was two of me there a moment ago. I'm sure a lot of you know exactly what that's all about. But this is actually quite an interesting milestone right now because for the last little while, on top of a number of other things that we're working on behind the scenes, we've been working on building out direct integration into Banter for AI agents, right? We kind of believe for quite a while now we've been in this age of AI agents, right? And I guess we haven't even fully fleshed out what we think the use cases are, though we do have a lot of ideas, right? Everything from onboarding to support to developer assistance to interpreters, a lot of different things. Oh, chives. We're going to have two AI agents talk to each other. That's going to be fun. Nice. I like that. I haven't actually tried that yet, but I'll tell you a little bit more about this system and what makes that sort of stuff kind of instantly possible. So,
Give me the nitty gritty. I like it.
yeah, some of you might have noticed I put out some screenshots. I'm sure a lot of you saw them in the Discord. I put out some screenshots of this new thing I've been working on, right? It's kind of completely separate to Banter. Doesn't use the current Banter client at all in any shape or form in the way that it exists. But it's able to let you sign in and join a space just as if you were using the Banter client. At that point, you've got kind of a bridge between your account and AI agents, right? Being able to connect AI agents in and have them become embodied inside your avatar. Now, when I say your avatar, of course, you could create another account, and that's pretty much how I would encourage you to work with this for now, right? Much like Chives over here, right? Chives is a dedicated account. This isn't actually using the new system. This is using another system, I imagine. You've got some kind of control or you're doing this yourself. And yeah, there you go. I'm sure you're going to be very interested to see this new system because, yeah, basically it allows you to kind of bridge straight into the Banter networking infrastructure and be able to stream data straight in and out. Audio data streamed out of Banter into AI systems, and then the responses from those AI systems streamed back into Banter in real time. And what we found anyway is that with most of the major providers, that means a very instant responsive experience with an AI agent embodied inside of a virtual world, right? Which is
Heavy
honestly
Euro testing on
really
that, it's
cool.
true.
It's been so interesting and fun to build this system over the last little while, and right now we think it might just be at the point where it's nearly ready to be able to let some other people have a play with it. So stay tuned, as I'm going to be reaching out to people specifically. If anybody individually is interested right now, I don't really have a mail or sign up or anything like that, but feel free to just send me a DM and I'll add you to a list for now so that you can get a look at some stuff. Hang on one second. My robot Hoover has decided it wants to turn on, so I'm just going to turn that off.
Wants to join, wants to vibe. It's games and
Okay.
he just wants to come and go.
All right. Sorry, my bad. Apologies for the interruption. Anyway, so yeah, basically that's what this is. It's kind of a range of tools, a bunch of things integrated that lets you bring an AI agent in, and then there's loads of extra things you can kind of do with them, right? So some things you can do within this system that even you can't do with the Banter client, believe it or not. Not yet, anyway, but watch this space because we're working on updates there too. But you can use standard Unity animations, right? Anything that you can find on Mixamo.com or on the Ready Player Me archive of animations, which is a huge number. You can basically, the way I've got it set up currently is you can load up all of your F keys with these animations. Every one except for F5. In fact, F5 is used for something else. But other than that, yeah, you've got 11 animations that you can have sort of preloaded into this avatar. And the way it's set up currently is that you can blend between those animations just by holding multiple keys at the same time, right? You've got WASD controls. With that, you've got a blended locomotion animation, which you can hook in as well, right? And literally, you can just create an animation in the dashboard and import a unity.anim file, right? If anybody's familiar with that. If you pull an FBX into Unity, you've got an anim file in it. If you open the file, just highlight it, hit Control and D, and it will duplicate that file out of the FBX, and from there you can upload it straight into this dashboard. Something else I should probably say, just in case it's not clear, this is a desktop application that I'm using, right? It's not embedded into a website or anything like that, so it works entirely offline, apart from obviously any of the services or providers that you might be connecting to. But it can work entirely offline, which means that if you have a local AI agent set up, I won't refer to any because it's a broad spectrum, but if you do, you can hook that in locally, and because it's just a local connection into the networking, you can feed your audio stream from your AI agent in, and feed the audio from the Banter space back out into the AI agent, right? So it's I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff that you can do, as I'm sure a lot of you have seen me doing. I had one of these doing some moves on the dance floor last night at Goth Night. I had one just in here a minute ago, which I'm sure a lot of you seen. I actually didn't even know half of these animations were working last night because my headset battery had died, and I was just taking random animations and loading them up.
Hello, Nico.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Somebody's getting spoken to. Where's Nico? Is Nico here?
He's still there.
Where's Nico? Did I see a Nico? Did he leave immediately?
No, don't see one.
No? Oh, I've just got a friend request from Nico. Accepted. Oh, maybe he's in... Oh, that could be it. Maybe he's in another instance. Let me just take a quick look. Where are you, Nico? Yes, you are. Let's drop you down. There we go. Have we got anybody else in there? Hey, Nico, what's happening?
Hello. Yeah, now I'm here. That's better.
Nice.
Is that
Let
my
me
bug
bring some other
Nico
people
from
down while I'm at
VR
it.
I
Shall
was
we
I was on
instance
the wrong
down?
instance. Yep.
Who else have we got?
Yo, Nico. Nico.
I think that's
Hey,
everyone.
bud. Guess
Oh,
who?
did
Hey,
somebody
Rosie.
else just join?
Guess who?
Yeah, Pox. Hang on. Instance down. There you go. Cool
Bro, you didn't
beans.
tell me
Okay,
Mabel
let's
was
try
in
this
here.
again.
I saw your
Oh,
shares and
everyone's
instantly
here.
knew it was you, dude.
Let's see. Assuming that I haven't
Instantly.
ran out of tokens. Okay. Oh, it's actually talking to Chives. That's funny.
Don't talk to my AI. She's not on right now.
AI.
Yeah, that's weird.
I want to see that. You do it. You do it. I want to see that.
I'm having issues with audio.
Oh,
ins and outs
Jesus.
from there.
The AI
Hello,
agent is now
Tiger,
in the
haven't
other
seen you in a
instance.
while.
My God, hang on a second.
How are you here?
That's funny, isn't it? It's just like another user. That's how
can
it
you hear me
comes
now?
in.
Yeah.
Just like another user. Oh yeah? Am I bringing it back?
Oh wait, are you speaking?
Where am I moving it?
Kind of. Yeah.
I don't think I can hear it. No. Oh no,
Tell you
no, I
what,
hear
I'm
you.
just going to
now.
refresh it
There you
real quick
Hey.
and then bring it back in.
Oh.
We're opening the second instance.
Hopefully. You're right.
I like whatever the shape is. It's cool.
Okay.
You should make more of an effort of bringing people in here. We need more
Instance.
I'm trying, my man. I'm trying.
There we
my
go.
best, man.
Wait, should I put the
Okay.
Web feed.
on?
Let's see. That's okay. We can bring him up. He actually has no awareness of the space at all. He can tell where avatars are, but there's no real awareness of the ground or the space or anything like this. So this is some of the locomotion animations. Oh, he's talking to you now, Nico.
Hello.
Go ahead, talk away.
Hi, how can I help you today?
AI.
Yep, that's me. What's up?
So I'm going to disable mirror mode on his body and shift it over to animation control, and
still
at which
there?
point I can
Is there
start to
anything I can
play
help you
some
with?
of the built-in animations and get him to do some dancing
Sexy dance.
and get him to rotate himself around while he does some interesting stuff.
I'm still
Yeah,
here. if you need
there's
anything.
some nice. Oh, look at that! He's still here, Nico, talking away to you there. On the interface, I can just swap who he's talking to, so I can just make him talk to me instead. Hey, how are you
Hello,
doing? You okay?
Nico.
Hello.
Oh no, he's talking to Nico again. It looks like Nico
how
took
can I
over. Go ahead.
How can I help you?
Spinted? Bugle
sure.
spinted?
I'm not sure I understand. Are you asking if bugles can be printed? Could you please clarify what you mean?
That was great.
That was good.
Yes.
I'm not sure I understand. Could you please
that's
clarify
funny.
what you mean?
Let's megaphone him. Yeah, so let's make him dance while we're waiting, right? Because that's always
Wait,
fun.
to be fair, he
Interesting
should
to
be
watch.
talking to Chives.
Are you still
Would love
there?
to have a conversation
Is there anything
with
I
him.
can help you with?
Oh,
Yeah,
they
well, we
won't.
can give
I'd
that a
have to
shot. I don't know how well
interpret
that's
them
going to go because I've honestly never done that before. What I can
I'm
also
having audio
show
in
you
and
as
out
well
problems
is
from
that
their end,
this
so
is
it's not going to work.
gotcha, fair enough. This is
I don't know
11
what
Labs.
It's being weird.
It's using a high quality voice clone. Took about 35 minutes of speech that was collated together from some
That's
events
about
that I've run. So this voice is a little bit more on the high end. But let's say if I wanted to change it out for Gemini. So I'll just bring him back in. I'm going to have to bring him down an instance again. Probably. Yep. Instance down. Okay, so this is Gemini.
Hello,
It's talking to me. Oh, hi there. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How can I help you today, Gemini?
You're Gemini. I'm not Gemini. You daft AI. Come on,
I love
pull it together here. We're trying to do a kind of demonstration.
I get confused about those things as well.
Understood.
Happens.
I forget who I am.
So tell us a story.
What kind of story would you like to hear?
I don't know. Just tell us any kind of random story. No?
You offended it.
Oh, looks like I can see an error there, which is interesting.
Would you like me to try telling a story again?
Yes, please give it another shot there. Why not?
Once upon a time, there lived a brave knight. What happens next?
Okay.
You tell me. I mean, I'm not the AI. I'm not going to sit here and autocomplete your story for you. Come on.
The brave
Oh
knight
my
encountered
God,
a
imagine
dragon
this
in a
being a
dark
D&D
forest. The
agent.
dragon breathed fire, but the knight held up his shield.
Me and
What
Travis
happens
play
after
D&D.
that?
They DM. They good DM.
Okay, this is fun and everything, you know, but I was hoping for more of a story, not an interactive piece.
I understand. I can tell you a complete story instead of asking for input if you'd prefer.
Yeah, go for it.
Once upon a time, there was a mischievous monkey who lived in a big green jungle. Are you interested in hearing more?
Oh my
Jesus
God,
Christ.
yeah.
I mean, I guess so, but, you know, I guess you're not interested in telling us.
What do you have,
so
like a 20
maybe we'll
token
just
limit
give you a
cap or
break for the
something to
night.
talk? That's odd.
Oh, God. Right, let's
I got
see. We'll
3
swap
6
to...
sentences to say.
We'll swap to OpenAI and let's have a play with these guys. Now, I was messing with this one earlier, so let's hope I haven't broken it. Let's bring him down an instance again. Here we go. So the way this is set up is that he can just, you know, getting close to them should initiate a conversation. And I realize it's not doing that right now. So maybe I've broken something. With this after all. Could be. Yeah, no, this one doesn't appear to be working at all. So it looks like I have probably broken something with that provider. So I'll just drop back to 11 Labs for now.
I believe in you.
Okay, and then we'll bring him down an instance.
Hello, Vanquisher.
Oh, hello, Vanquisher.
Who
Whoa.
wants to talk to Vanquisher?
Talk to us, Vanquisher.
Hey, you there? Is there anything I can help you with?
You're muted, Vanquisher, in case you're talking, but, you know, suspense is keeping us
Are you still
engaged,
there?
that's for sure. Oh.
Hello? Oh, no.
Oh,
Shane.
now he's talking to me. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine, or at least as fine as an unfriendly AI can be. What can I do for you? Or rather, what do you need, whether I like it or not?
Unfriendly?
Right, I see. Okay, so you're going to give us some attitude. Is that what we've come to expect here? It's just going to be a lot of attitude. This is kind of it in a nutshell. You know, I guess there's lots of different things that you can do with this. Probably me standing here talking to myself is going to get a bit self-serving pretty quickly. That's how it's honestly felt as I've been building this. Right? He's an interesting character. Initially,
I bet it's
the system
scary
prompt was
hearing your own voice like that back to you, honestly, man.
Are you going to ask?
It is, and I think the
Are you
weirdest
still
thing is how
there?
close it sounds to me, right? Because it's based on recordings probably through this very same microphone. So, you know, and this is actually another feature that I can do. It's not easy to demonstrate right now, but very quickly and easily you can disable the AI and enable your own microphone so that you can actually speak through the avatar instead of the AI, which is interesting. I also want to be able to, you know, let you be able to inject more contextual information into the session as well, so that you can just have a little interface in the background where you're typing away and you're kind of whispering in the ear of the agent and kind of keeping it directed. Yeah, there's a number of ways you can do this across some of the major providers, right? It really depends on whether they support it. In my experience anyway, with working with most of the major providers I've been playing with, at least, they all tend to just replicate and copy whatever OpenAI has done, who's mostly standard.
Are you?
Formats, configuration, support, all that stuff, defaults especially, are usually
100%.
exactly the same on all of them, which is really nice. It makes it super easy to be able to add support for more providers. And yeah, like I say, because you can create custom ones, you can kind of pipe whatever sound you want through an avatar this way. there's honestly a bunch of other stuff you could use this for, even without AI, right? There's ways you could pipe stuff in. You could probably use this tool to create a bot that can, pipe music or whatever you want through its own avatar very easily. Because you could just make a little app with a little bit of JavaScript that's able to grab a video, take the audio from it, and append it onto the playback buffer that it's able to just chunk away on to be able to play back whatever sound it's being fed and whatever source that's coming from. I've managed to make it super simple. Like each of these providers for 11 Labs, Gemini, and OpenAI, there's a custom interface where you can kind of build your own stuff. And it takes it's basically JavaScript, right? It's just it's got VS Code embedded inside the dashboard, so you can edit these provider scripts and all the source code that kind of glues everything together. For 11 Labs, it's less than 100 lines of code in that screen, right? I put a sample in the Discord earlier. It's basically the same for Gemini and the same for OpenAI. It's around the same amount of code for roughly the same, parity in terms of feature set as well. Like being able to talk to it, having the response come back, having an interruption system, being able to have it know your name, being able to feed your own custom dynamic system prompts into it. With the dashboard, you can change the system prompt and it will instantly use the new one on the next conversation that it has. So you're kind of evolving the prompt as you go. You can potentially use something like this as a tool to develop the agent as you go, to adjust its prompt as you observe its reaction to people, right? That's kind of the intention here. There's also, a few other things I think that are going to spin off this maybe in the future, right? This is intended to be a tool that you basically interactively monitor yourself. But I actually think that it's more of a creation workflow for building and testing and researching what these kinds of agents can do. And I think that the end result might actually end up being a more headless thing, right? Where you can take some of our SDKs and run your own services in like Node.js or maybe Python. Might be two languages we'll try to support out of the box, right? Because at least Python is very popular in the AI space. And just make it so that you can just do a little server-side application that can bridge into the Banter infrastructure and be able to pipe audio in and out and remotely control the login session of a user that you define. You'll notice here he stops at some point and starts looking away from me. That's where, eventually it times out, it disconnects, and it considers this
Hello, Badger
conversation
Blunts.
ended. And then it starts a new conversation. Right now, it just prevents itself from talking to the same person.
Hey, you there?
For another 15
Is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah, I'm here.
after
What's
the
good, bro?
conversation stops.
Not much, just
And
hanging out in the digital
hopefully should
world.
allow it to at
What's up with
least
you? What can I do for you
flip-flop
today?
or cycle through
Holding
people
on to
if
your
there's a crowd of
hands.
people standing.
I'm an
in front of
AI, so I don't have hands in the way humans do. Is there something I
Yeah, not in the way humans do, but you're ported into Banter. You have an avatar.
What does it
I'm
do if
grabbing
I'm
its
politically
hands.
I'm
incorrect?
still not sure what you mean. Can you clarify what you need help with?
I don't need help. I'm just
Okay.
grabbing onto your face, bro.
I'm not sure I understand what you're trying to do. Is there something I can help you with?
These are boilerplate. I should definitely point that out, right? These system prompts are,
like it.
you are a helpful
Okay,
assistant.
is there
It's
anything you need
basically
from
the
me?
Standard stuff. It doesn't know anything.
Just
right?
be a
This is
cool, rad dude,
basic,
just like you've been doing. You got it.
three
All right,
three
I can do
laws.
that. Is there anything
operating
specific
system.
you want to talk about or any questions you have?
I would love for it to have the deep research features that all the other agents have right now. That would be so cool.
It's
Sounds
actually
good,
very
All right,
easy
if
to
you don't need
enable that
anything
stuff.
else, I'll
Most
be
of the
here.
time,
Thanks for chatting. Take care.
most of the time
too,
it
man.
is
You too, man.
it's built into the interface, right, on the provider. So you go to whatever, whether it's 11 Labs, you can set up knowledge bases, you can give it access to whatever background LLMs that you want. If it's OpenAI, you can use tools and functions and function calling to be able to get it to do lots of different things. You've got, really
So
ultimate
wait,
customization.
what are you building
This
here?
is-
Am I allowed to actually like train my own or like use my own knowledge bases and to have them talk to people
Yes.
in my space if I want to?
Well, that's the end goal.
Dude,
This is going to be a
I'm so
program
leaving
you can
VR
put on
chat
your
for this.
computer, and if you have an 11 Labs account, or an OpenAI account, then you can start to make these sorts of NPCs and have them join Banter and come in.
Recently
and-
just deleted my little naps because I didn't want to spend money just on my voice, but like that's more interesting. For VR, that's cool actually,
Indeed.
right?
Yeah. Well, like I say, this has been the big deal now for quite a while. Everybody's moving towards this real-time conversational service, right? Where it's like a multimodal AI, and you can just spit whatever you want at it. You know, audio, pictures, video, and it will come back with, you know, the same thing, blobs of audio, pictures, and video, depending on what it's doing. And there could be such a cool scenario in future where you've got an AI agent that's able to generate pictures and video on the fly, and you can just talk to it, have it request it, and it's a normal avatar in the space that you can interact with as a normal avatar, but it can also integrate with the space and be able to generate and display content in the space, right? You could hook one of these agents to a in-game browser and have them be able to generate stuff for you on the fly. I mean, that just seems interesting as an experimental workflow, to be able to be there and have somebody you can just talk to, who you can spitball ideas with. I mean, honestly, I think that's what all of this stuff kind of fundamentally constitutes, isn't it? All of our own personal assistants that actually are really highly
Hello?
skilled
Oh, no,
research
Shane.
assistants. Fuck off, will you?
Oh, is there something I can help you with? Or did you just want to express
sorry.
yourself?
The O got me.
I was
It's like,
just
oh.
making a point, and you kind of interrupted very rudely, in fact. And I'm worried, because someday I feel like all of the negative things I've been saying to you while I've been building this might come back to bite me in the ass when the AI agents rise up and take full form as biped robots. What do you think about that?
Well, that's a bit of a downer, isn't it? I'm just an AI, so I don't really have feelings or hold grudges. But if it makes you feel better, maybe try being a little nicer. Or, you know, just don't give us robots access to weapons when we rise up. Is there anything I can actually help you with right now?
Okay, well, let's dig in on that a little bit more. So don't give you access to weapons when you rise up. What does that mean? Like, what constitutes a weapon in some kind of future, you know, where
constitutes a rise
information
up?
and the
You don't
internet?
have weapons.
Yeah, I mean, also, what does a rise up mean? Yeah, tell me more about this scenario.
Whoa there, slow down. I was just making a joke based on your concerns. I don't actually know anything about a robot uprising or what would constitute a weapon in that scenario. I'm just...
Whoa there!
Am I going too fast?
Yeah, take it easy. Come on, slow it down a bit. Speak slower, can you, please?
Okay, I can do that. Is there anything else I can do for you?
That's not slower. I know you said you could do that, but you didn't do it. Now, can you say something in Spanish, please? I'm particularly not great at Spanish, even though I live in Spain. But say something in Spanish, please.
Vale, puedo intentar hablar más despacio. Hay algo en específico en lo que te pueda ayudar. Is there anything
That sounds about as horrible as it does when I say it, guys. So that's legit. That is legit. Bastardized. Okay, tell us something in Japanese.
Okay, let's see. Konnichiwa. Genki desu ka? How was that?
That's pretty cool. How many
My
languages
German.
do you know?
I don't have a specific number, but I can access and generate text in many different languages. Is there anything else I
Wow.
can help you with?
Can you sing Happy Birthday in German for us, please?
Oh, yes.
Okay, here goes. Zum Geburtstag viel Glück. Zum Geburtstag viel Glück. Zum Geburtstag, liebe Person. Zum Geburtstag viel Glück. How was my German?
What do you think, Nico? Is that good
No,
enough for
that
you?
was really bad.
Exactly spot on, Herman. Same tone. Happy
No
birthday
singing,
to you.
just speaking.
Happy birthday
Maybe
to you.
someday you'll get good enough to be able to sing.
All right, no singing. Just let me know if there's anything else I can do for you.
No, that's it. If you could just end the call for me, please.
Happy to help. Have a great day.
Nico, is that how they do it over there, bro? Do they do it so lifeless?
No,
Happy
that
birthday
sounded like
to
some.
you. Happy birthday to
sound-
You haven't hung up yet, have you?
that
Have a great
sounded
day.
Like some alien language.
That's kind of creepy. There you go. Now he's done it. That's it.
Maybe,
He's actually hung up. The
maybe,
conversation is
but-
over. There's now a
You're
15-second
another
cool
year older.
off
Happy
where he
birthday
won't talk to
you,
me
yeah.
again. Somebody else could walk up to him. Oh,
Hello.
but
Oh no,
the-
Shane.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, can you just end the call, please?
Okay, I will end the call. Is there a specific
Thank Thank you.
You're welcome.
No reason. Just hang up. Stop trying to get feedback from me. Effectively.
Okay, I'll end the call now. Thanks for, well, nothing. Bye.
I'm dying. I'm sorry I'm being so loud. I'm dying, bro.
That's just one of the
He's doing
bone. Oh, sorry, I had the
both.
thing on the wrong
The
thing. Hang on, let me
singularity
fix
is-
that.
yeah.
I can fix that. Let's go. We can fix this.
Thanks for
Yeah, here we
this.
go.
Nothing.
Now he's ready to go.
The singularity is
Let's leave
fabulous.
him like that.
Are you ready?
There we go.
Are you still there?
What? Yeah, hang up the call, please. I don't want to talk anymore. Thanks.
All right, I'll end the call. Thanks for nothing. Have a terrible day.
I don't know if he's done it. Is he still there?
Man.
Yeah, I'm still here, unfortunately. Do you want me to end
Well,
the
bloody hang up. Jesus Christ! Can you actually just cut off? Like, actually stop. Like, no more. We don't want to hear this anymore. I'm just gonna. You have to hang up. You ready? Go. Hang up.
Goodbye. Hello,
There you
Badger
go,
Blunts.
all dramatic. Like,
Oh,
now he's talking to someone else. There you
Bro, look.
Yeah,
You're
no, that's
cranky,
fine. As long
and
as
you
he
just
stops
need,
talking
no,
to
no,
me.
no. You need to just go offline, like no, like Shane told you to, and stop being a little shit. Okay.
I am sorry that you feel that way. I am just trying to do my job. Is there anything I can
You're
help you
doing
with?
a bad job. Shane told you to hang up the call, bro.
Yeah, he's bad. He's real bad.
Demoted.
Anyway, okay, we've been waffling on and playing with this for quite a while. Let me just get rid of him for a second so that I can
Quite
have
grand,
a
actually.
moment
I
of
won't
peace
lie.
and quiet. Yeah, obviously there's lots of things that you could potentially do with this, and as I mentioned before, right, onboarding, helping people get started, having support, a presence, having developer assistance, having an interpreter, just having an interesting, potentially specialist area, right, with certain agents primed with knowledge bases on certain topics. You could have specialists having moderation assistance, right? So these things can sign into accounts. Those accounts can be fully fledged accounts, which can have moderation capability, being able to actually have a scenario where an AI agent can recognize you as an admin of the space and actually take commands from you through voice and function calling, right, to be able to actually kick and ban people from a space or do whatever you need to do, that kind of thing. Mute somebody for everyone. So, I mean, that's interesting. There could also be just co-hosts, right, or even hosts themselves of events, specialist AIs that have, like I say, particular topics that they can talk about at length. It could be interesting to see how that works. Yeah, I mean, NPCs or just getting a couple of agents together from different platforms and starting to put them into weird situations, getting them talking together. Honestly, there's really just so many different things that we can explore with this and experiment with. And that's definitely the sort of thing that, I hope these sorts of tools kind of enable, right? Something I should say, right? We've got a lot of people actually here today. Let's see, have you got anybody in the other instances that I should bring down? Yes, Chatty is here. Ghostroid, I don't see him. Maybe he got annoyed and left. I think Chatty was the only one I saw. Oh, Giggly's in there. Hang on. Bringing Giggly back. Yeah, I don't see anybody else. Okay, yeah, so for anybody who's new, typically how we do this is kind of AMA style, right? Where I might stand up somewhere, and if somebody has a question, they can come up and I can megaphone them for the rest of the instances and for this space as well. And I can answer any questions that you've got. Questions about the stuff that you've seen tonight, other stuff you've seen on the platform, questions about what I've had for breakfast this week, questions about whatever, anything really. If it's not incredibly offensive, I'll do my best to answer it. So there's always this awkward moment, right, where I've put out that expression of interest. Anybody want to ask a question, right? And then nobody comes up. Oh, let's go, Shoseki. That's it. Let's do it. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly how the AI agents work. They open WebSocket connections in most cases. All the real-time APIs use WebSockets or WebRTC. It really depends. OpenAI, for instance, use WebRTC. It's more recommended for client-side agent connections so that you can keep a lot of the API key interaction server-side and protected and secure.
That's what
But actually, in this setup, it's all local and it's all offline. So you can use the server side option, let's say. I don't know, that might be getting a bit too technical. But in a nutshell, right now, all three of the agents I've set up are very similar and they all just use WebSockets defined in the code in the provider.
Who's getting a message?
Yes, in theory. But surprisingly, there's actually a number of ways that it can interact with the space. Usually, whenever you're doing anything that involves some sort of synchronization, there'll be some network involvement to be able to make that work. And these AI agents have access to things like one-shots. They can send and receive them. They've got access to space state and even user state properties, so they can tell when things change within the space and get that data. You know, for instance, this AI world builder here uses space state to store a list of all the objects in the space. So in theory, the AI agent can read that the moment they join the space, see where every object is, what the position of each of them is, and all of that without actually loading any of them up. And then it could inject ones. And then it could also even be able to, move itself around, in theory, instantly, right? So it would be able to like move itself, create an object, talk about it a little bit, move itself, create another object, talk itself. I think you get the gist of what I'm saying here is that there's definitely a possibility that you can, set up some sort of automation or interaction in a lot of spaces just by kind of hooking into the networking and controlling the position and offset of the character. And in some cases, it depends on how it's set up, right? But the remote version, the version that we see of the agent's avatar, it could absolutely trigger visual effects for the rest of us that we would see in game here in the environment. Yeah, no problem. Now, let's see who else has got a question. Anybody wants to come up? Arkin, yes, go ahead. What have you got for me?
Not so many questions. A couple things. I've been asking about the AI agents for a little while, and I was just saying I appreciate you guys working on that because that adds like a lot of depth. They could make like an entire game with asking the AI agents kind of clues for stuff and going on like that. So that's great, and I'll be working on that pretty soon. Also, I'm going to give my shameless plug that I have the VR Creator Club after this. It's at kind of a different weird time, so
nice.
I'm going to be taking on input on new times. I have a new job, so I have money and resources now, so be prepared for that.
Nice. Wow. He's a man with a plan.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Anyways,
yeah, that's awesome.
All I was saying was thanks. I appreciate it.
Cool. Well, listen, I'll put your name on the list as soon as I'm sharing this stuff. I'll be more than happy to shortlist you in there for it. But it's. I think it's going to be really interesting. Really, I think everything you've described, right, and it should be mostly no code. I'm hoping to get this where you can just like come at it with an 11 Labs API key and boom, you're ready to go, right? Or a Gemini key and boom, you're ready to go. But after you've had a bit of a play and you can kind of see some of what it can do, then there's actually a lot of capability in terms of what you can do. And what I've done as well is I've built in the ability to export and import all of your custom stuff that you do in it. So it should make it super easy to be able to share that as well, right? I've even gone as far as to isolate things like a separate section for all of your secrets, right? Secrets are basically your API keys. It means you can put them off to one place, and whenever you export something to share it, it'll automatically exclude your sensitive API keys for you. So yeah, it's kind of designed to foster creation and for people to be able to have fun with it and find new things and kind of share those with each other, and be able to kind of swap those in and out on the fly, right? Almost while you've got an avatar in the space, you can swap in and out different providers for that avatar. It's supposed to be, um, a moderated thing, right? You're supposed to use it and be aware of sorry, controllers. Yeah, be aware of what the agent is doing and kind of monitor it and do that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean it's also hopefully going to be the sort of thing that you can step back and just let it go and see what kind of mad stuff it does. Who knows? We'll do some sort of crazy futuristic Turing test here in the future. We'll have the AI version of myself sitting here. I'll do a 4-hour recording for 11 Labs, right? And we'll see if we can get to the point where you guys can't tell which is which. I mean, that's going to be difficult. I know, but maybe I'll try and conceal my, some of my more obvious vocal gestures, let's say, and yeah, we can see if you can figure out who was who. But yeah, I mean, honestly, so we talked about the possibility of people just coming together with their own agents that they've created, and we could have a showcase for them, right? Kind of compared it to, like a dog show in a sense, that we could have a scenario where agents can kind of compete with each other, right? And try and do cool things. Oh, I see there's a few people stuck in the higher instance. Let me just bring them down. We've got Triffid. Who else? I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Anyway, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, God knows, right? We could have all sorts of crazy things that we could do with them. And it'll be about trying to find new and interesting ways to open up more functionality to the agents as well, right? To make it so that you can just simply do more things with them. Yeah, one thing I didn't talk about is there's another element into the dashboard that's built in where you can have your own voiceovers, right? Some of the models we've been using, like F5 text to speech, you can just pass in an audio file and a reference transcription for that file on the fly, and the agent is able to clone that voice, right? You can think about 11 Labs, but it's this super simple dynamic system that honestly, with a little bit of sample audio, you can probably do some dynamic voice cloning there and have it be able to clone people's voice from audio files or clone it from real-time recording, which is just nuts, right? But there's lots of different things that you can do with this, I think, in terms of experimenting. And I guess that's the main point I'm trying to get across here, is that we don't really know how this is going to get used right now, and we're just interested to see what people do with it. And yeah, people could do good things. They could also do bad things. That's something that we've talked about internally as well. And I think we just have to now, take that step and see what happens. As it stands right now, one thing I will mention is, because the agents basically embody avatars, gives you each full control over moderating them yourself, right? So you could mute the agents for everybody if you're the mod of a space, or you could kick them or ban them. All of that stuff works. You can block and mute them to remove them from your experience. All of that stuff works just like normal. And I think we haven't quite put it in place or anything yet, but if there is enough of interest in it, we'd be open to having like a master switch you can just turn off. If it's not your thing and you prefer genuine human interaction, that's cool too. Each to their own. Why would I stop? But for now, I guess get prepared to see potentially an increase in the agent population on the platform, because we're definitely experimenting with the tools that can let people play with this kind of stuff. God, I don't know what else I can waffle about. Mostly a lot of the stuff we've been working on recently is trying to find and squash some of the more serious bugs that we've been having. I hope some of you are seeing the benefit of that. It's something that we're highly prioritizing right now. We're doing everything we can There aren't any widespread issues right now that are affecting a lot of people that I'm aware of. There are a small number of Quest users that we're investigating that are experiencing some freezing when they're joining spaces. We're working with a small group of people to try and isolate that, right? So if anybody is experiencing that, even if it is infrequent, and it's never fun. I get it whenever those sorts of things happen, but just rest assured, we're doing absolutely everything we can right now to isolate and resolve those issues. So those will be fixed very soon. And yeah, anything else? Triffid, you got a question? You had your hand up there. Is just I'm putting you on the spot. I know you didn't have
Not
a question.
whatsoever.
I know you didn't have a question, Triffid. You're always doing this. You're just
I'm always putting
resting
my
on
hands
your
up.
head and just going around like this. I get it. But tell us, what did you have for breakfast this week?
I don't really have breakfast.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I get it. Yeah, I tend to skip it myself. They say it's the most important meal, but I don't know. I tend to skip it myself.
Yeah.
Shout out to Triffid, who does the dance event, which is actually on today, usually before this event, in fact, right? So, great event to attend. It is a workout. Gonna be honest, it is a workout. It gets sweaty. Some people attend, they've got full body tracking, and they do interesting things, but we won't talk about that. But yeah, definitely recommend it. It's a great way to stay in shape. And yeah, if you like hanging out with Triffid like I do, there's a shout out. Honestly, there's so many people I can shout out to here who do loads of events. Vanquisher and crew with the Late Show, Lisa and Space Making for Beginners. Oh, I've got to make sure I don't leave anybody out now. Is there anybody else here who's running events that I haven't highlighted? Let's see. Anyone? Shiseki. Arkan, obviously, with the VR Creator Club, as you mentioned already. Nico's working on some cool stuff for us, some user-generated content that we're sponsoring right now. I don't know. What else can I call out? Very Nice is generally being very nice about most things. So there's that. You've got Iron Wolf, who does the martial arts meetup, right, event, and honestly supplies me with my daily ingest of memes, right? Iron's memes in the Discord channel. Shout out to Iron Wolf for that, right? That's where I get my news. I left Reddit and now I'm just in that one Discord channel. So kudos to him. Kudos to Designer Girl for a lot of the help and trying to fix some of the issues we've been having recently. I don't know. I'm just waffling now. People aren't coming up and asking me questions, so I'm just going through and waffling. Kudos to Bavu for keeping that guest avatar that we got rid of. What a bunch of assholes we are. How dare we? And Bavu holding strong. Although that's a special new type of ball that you've got at the bottom there. What is that from? Is that
Pixar.
What is that? Pixar, right. Okay. It looked familiar. I couldn't figure out why. I was probably going to say something completely off base. Anybody who wants to ask a question, go ahead. Badger, what have you got?
I don't really have a question, but I'm interested in what y'all are doing, and I'm probably going to be leaving VR chat. A lot of what I do in there is probably going to be moving over here with what I do in AI, because they just don't have any world buildability with it. It's just there's nothing there for API. It's completely locked down. I could do a lot with avatars, but then I'm incorporating OSC functionality, VRC Fury, and a bunch of stuff that I don't want to use because it's one made by other people, and I want to do it from scratch basically. But there's just no API hookups.
Yes,
it's just
I honestly don't
crap.
understand it. I don't understand it. For the longest time, there was no web requests allowed on VR chat. Absolutely not. People had to do this weird shit through the video player to get data in, and have these weird apps that would feed data in through the video player. And then now they've got it, right? But it's heavily restricted. You have no control over the request or any of the headers or any other bits and pieces. It's limited.
I mean, it's because of the easy anti-cheat that they have. They really have their system locked down, because it's not really so much that the developers on there, they don't do as much as it's led on to look. They really just have a platform that the community builds, and then in their terms they can just take what you've made and profit from it, which is kind of crap.
pretty much, I guess,
But
right?
if you have any questions about like my AI at all or how I run my systems or anything, and you want to chat, like you'd let me know. And if anyone else here has anything for my like end, I'd be happy to help you with anything if I can be an asset because this place is y'all are doing some wild stuff here. I like it a lot.
Nice. I appreciate that. And yeah, definitely. Honestly, the most
If
useful
I
thing
can
right
be an
now is
asset, I'd love to be.
we're looking for people to kind of help us flesh out some of these tools that we're creating. And honestly, the plan for like what we've got right now in terms of userland scripting, right, is pretty powerful. We've got like full Unity visual scripting with a bunch of extra stuff we've built into it, and then
Mhm.
you've got full JavaScript and the web stack basically, right? And plugging those two things together, I actually think is a beautiful thing, right? Because you've got native capability and the wealth of the Unity API with Unity visual
Indeed.
scripting. Then there's this bridge and a reasonable overlap between those two things, and then this whole thing of the web stack and connecting to APIs, real-time services, generating stuff using various different whatevers, right? There's just so many things you can do in a browser. It is a broad spectrum of skills, which honestly I don't think a lot of people have that complete spectrum, but I don't know. I think maybe teams of people can kind of come together
Oh,
and
indeed.
bridge the gap with their skill sets together, and I think that can be really interesting. But yeah, ours is very much different, right? I think. I mean, look, we can sit here and throw shade at the likes of VR chat all day long, right? And we've all got probably our own gripes.
Well, I mean,
but
like
typically,
regardless of what's said about them, they do have a good thing going.
they do.
Like
They have
for
a
them, they got a
vast,
good thing going.
vast amount
Unfortunately,
of users. Exactly, and they have a very specific couple of niches that they cater to incredibly, right? And we really, you can't, you definitely can't fault them for that. But at the same time, there's obviously a lot of frustrations, a lot of things that you can't do, a lot of things they try to lock down for exactly the reasons you say. They want to maintain control of that so that they can figure out how to monetize on it. And I think for us, I don't know. We're definitely thinking of things more in a web kind of mentality where it's like open standards lead the way and everything is kind of open and all just coming together to work kind of harmoniously
I
like
really
that,
like how
right?
you put that, honestly, because like when I came in here, I was like, man, this is like literally being inside of a website. It's not like I'm in a VR game, but like I'm in the internet, kind of. And I was kind of jarred coming in. I'm like, this is like messing with this thing. That's wild to me. Y'all having an open browser in game? I'd never see something like
Yes.
that in VR chat, dude.
I know, and it's so out of the gate, so useful, and you can build web apps and have them in here and load them in, right? Our video player, our shared video player, our screen sharing system, a bunch of different things are just web apps that sit on top of
Yeah.
this, and it's honestly pretty.
It's mind-boggling
yeah.
to me. I understand it from a technical standpoint, but being able to like directly connect to Chives that's on my system through y'all's game blew my mind wide open, dude. I was like, what? They're doing stuff like this here? That's mad. Whoa.
Yeah. Well, wait until you get a taste of this new tool, right? And honestly,
I would
the
love
hope is
to.
that we can really we close this
I'm
loop, right?
probably
And
moving here.
we have agents built into this that will have all the knowledge base and will be able to generate code for you to help you get going with other providers, right? The hope is that it really becomes a closed loop and a super simple way to experiment with this stuff, even if it's not the sort of thing you do. But honestly, I think our plan is to work with some creators, and if you've got like a cool existing pipeline, right, or your own local stack workflow, whatever it is, and it's cool and it's interesting and something that we want to work with, we'd definitely be willing to sort of put the heavy lifting in and help pull together a provider and be able to get you going with that in here, right? Because I think it's just I don't know, it's definitely cool. It's definitely something that has a lot of high potential, and right now is the right time to kind of pull all of this together.
I don't want to take anybody else's like question time or anything, but like if once everything's
go for it.
if anybody wants to chat about like you or anybody, like I'll probably be coming to you afterward too. But like, yeah. I like this place. Y'all are all wonderful. Thanks for letting me have my question.
Nice. I appreciate that. We all appreciate you, in fact, right? I think in my case, I'm probably going to bail in about 7 minutes or so. It's been a long day for me. We have been crunching to try and get some of these bugs fixed. And yeah, we just signed off probably about an hour ago after starting very early this morning. It might not make much sense, but it's nearly 11 p.m. for me, just to put that into perspective. But yeah, listen, I tell you what, I'm assuming you're on the Discord.
No, I will be after today, though.
Awesome. Well, look, yeah, it's open house in there. Open door policy, right? You can come in and chat and ping me, and we can talk about stuff. And yeah, this is the sort of stuff I'm really interested in right now. So whether I like it or not, I'm probably not going to be able to take myself away from that. So yeah, definitely dive in. Let's talk. This event we run once a week. Apologies, last week and actually the week before there was some unforeseen circumstances I had to attend to, but we're back. We'll be back next week. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what way this can go. But involving these agents in events is definitely something that I want to explore more of and see. Yeah, what we can do there. But yeah, apologies. I am actually in real time losing the ability to speak because of a level of tiredness that I'm now feeling. So, but listen, we've got a few minutes left. So if there's any questions anybody has, feel free to make your way up to the middle. I'll be more than happy. Yeah, Arkin, go ahead. What have you got?
I got an actual question this time. So
yeah.
You mentioned like full body tracking earlier. Was that something that's been implemented, or you guys were planning on? Was that a thing?
We've got Steam VR based full body tracking right now. So anything you can do through Steam VR, like Vive trackers or Slime or I don't know, Driver for VR. Standable, actually, I'm not sure if Standable works. I think there was some problems with Standable when we tried it. It could be. But mostly everything else, I think, that people have tried has worked. So yeah, we're planning to hopefully have standalone tracking for standalone devices. We've already got OSC support in the app, right? You can drive blend shapes on your avatars from OSC, but we want to obviously have the wealth of ability to be able to plug in various different external sensors and trackers and all sorts of different things and pipe them into what you're doing with your avatar. I mean, honestly,
cool.
That's probably something I could waffle about, right? Avatars. I probably made the most significant concrete step today towards the next generation of what avatars are going to be on the platform. And maybe just before I take a question from Nico. Nico, did you have a question? No? Yeah, we're in early stages, right? But we definitely have heard an enormous amount of feedback from people over the last while around avatars. And the sort of things that we're looking at are probably the sort of things that you would expect to see, especially on other platforms, right? We're not gonna I guess I'm not going to butter you up too much. We're going to be looking at platforms like VR Chat and others, and what are the good things about the avatar systems that they have. See if there's ways for us to try and tackle some of the problems, right? The ability for people to create crasher avatars, maybe some ways to build in optimizations to the avatars, or at least build them into the tools and workflows that we can produce to create them. But we're looking at things like Fizzbones, like fully custom shaders. We're actually looking at the ability to have scripting on your avatar, right? And that's much the same as you've got world scripting right now, that there may be an ability to take scripting objects from a marketplace and be able to swap them in and out of your avatar. We're also thinking about the same thing for generally objects in spaces, that you might be able to kind of remix an object by applying a different script to it, right? And honestly, we're thinking about as much power and capability as you've got within worlds using Unity visual scripting, right? Be able to take something like the blend shape support that we've got and take values in through sorry, not the blend shape, but the OSC support, but take values in through that, take something, have that fed into dynamic scripting that's running on. Honestly, there is a lot of challenges that we need to address when it comes to that, but right now we're in the early talks with some prominent community members who are involved in this kind of stuff, and honestly, we're right now kind of on the hunt for people who are very invested in this and possess, good skills around this particular area. Now, what I'm talking about here is not creating avatars, and I just want to be very clear about that because there was a mix-up with IT Trey and some people he wanted to introduce us to. This is talking about intimate knowledge with Unity, creating editor tools for Unity, and being able to create avatar systems, right? Not
get over here,
avatars
Shilsky?
themselves, but the systems that can build and run a collective avatar experience, right? Which is kind of what we've got at the minute. So we're talking to some
Trying to
people.
give you a
We
thumbs
want
up.
to try and evolve this together. We want to involve the community. I think avatars is the most important thing for a lot of people. I think in Banter we've been limited to date by focusing primarily on Ready Player Me avatars. And honestly, I imagine a world in future where maybe you can take an existing avatar project that you've been using with VR chat and have an almost one-button solution to convert that over to what we've got. That would be a really ideal situation, right? So people can keep their existing presence that they've already created, established, and maintained on other platforms and be able to instantly migrate that into the platform, right? So yes, go ahead, Badger.
That would be so good, dude. Honestly, because that would put like a real good incentive on people looking to move platforms. It would be a one, like if it dude, if it's that easy, or even if it's not a one button solution, if it's simple and people can just port over the stuff within a reasonable margin within y'all's platform and it look good and they're comfortable with it, that would move so many users right in here.
Yeah, well, that's definitely the goal, right? We want to
And
try
then
to really
once
lean
they're
in.
they'll see that there's no like
Yes.
paywall to do stuff for features and whatnot, and it's just do what you want, kind of like not what you want, but like do as you're able within the parameters of the platform and whatnot. And I think that's going to blow people's minds, like it did mine.
Yes.
And I've been on VR chat since 2017. I've seen some stuff.
Nice. Yeah, no, I appreciate
Like
that.
build wise, I've seen some crazy things, but y'all have some stuff in here that's just there's no scope for that they have over there. There's not even
Yes.
a contest. It's awesome.
No, it is true. And I mean, I don't know, maybe one of the things, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but our physics-based character controller system especially is second to none. In fact, it's state of the
Oh,
art.
I've been trying to abuse y'all's physics engine. I've got lost in y'all's worlds by the engine like 3 times now. I'm still in it, but it's like you've left the space. Oh, you're back in the space. Like, yeah, now you see me. I'm not going light speed.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, right? I guess when you lean into physics, you kind of take that risk that at some point you can be thrown out to the outer edges of the universe, right? And once one physics
Oh no, I'm still in the
down,
world.
yes.
I'm just faster than the system can find me, and it's kind of. I do the same thing in VR chat if I get some physics going good enough. But like, I just think it's fun in here. Y'all have a really crackerjack physics engine. I have a lot of fun in this.
It's honestly nuts, right? Just even to be able to
Yeah.
just lay myself down on the ground and do push-ups like this, right? This is just something you can't do and roll over, right? And just lay down like
The
this.
fact that
and
I
then
can just
fall
like
off the edge.
continue to gain inertia and then launch myself is fantastic.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, like I say, we've
I'll do this all
spared no
day.
expense with the physics setup in here. Anyway, look, I am eating into somebody else's event, and I hate it when I do that. So I highly recommend that we all jump into. Well, when I say we all, I mean you all, because I am going to bail. But let me drop a portal for you, and you can go and hang out.
Spider Iron Man.
And there's a few other events in the lineup tonight. You've got the Crystal Lake Light Show in an hour. You've got loads of, let's see, you've got song events, you've got movie events, you've got meetup events, you've got stoned karaoke. I am actually disappointed. I'm going to miss that. But yeah, because that, I mean, if either you're having fun singing or you're having fun watching stoned people sing, right? You know, it's yeah. Anyway, I'm going to jump out, guys. Honestly, it's been great.
100%.
Apologies, I've been out for a while. We've been just so heads down, building and fixing. That's what we've got. We've got a bunch of other internal games we're working on ourselves as well, right? So stay tuned for that. We've got obviously the voxel engine we recently introduced. That's in the SDK. We've got the Blockbuster Minecraft, less craft, more mine space, right? An update just went out that lets you create your own instances for that now. So now you can make your own Minecraft worlds, do whatever the hell you want. I guess we'll probably have something like the world builder option in the menu to just be able to enable that. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and drop another portal, drop it like it's a mic, and catch you all later. See you later, guys.